colonialism will remain interdependent and interrelated in this region. And the byproduct of this interdependence and interrelation are the conflicts that normally come up when communities closely live with one another. I would briefly talk about the political economy of this region because it is the cause of the discussion we have here. The political economy of the Great Lakes, which I prefer called intercastrain region, is driven by three factors. And these factors cut across all the countries, irrespective of the background and historical colonialism they went through. The first point is that these countries have collectively and individually each failed to build inclusive political systems that allow their own communities to participate in the political processes, to participate in national decision making, to participate in the allocation of resources in their respective countries. And if you are to look at these countries individually, you will find this kind of arrangement going on. That there are gaps in participation, gaps in decision making, gaps in sharing of resources, and the effect of which is to create a natural descent within these respective countries that has become regionalized. Now, the second issue of political economic importance in this region is the regionalization of ethnicity in this region. My colleague called it transnational tribes and ethnic groups that cut across the region, speak the same language, marry from the same tribes, but the geographical boundaries take them to be different. And the truth of the matter is that these ethnicities have refused to be differentiated by political boundaries. We have Banyarwanda of Uganda, Banyarwanda of Tanzania, Banyarwanda of the diaspora, Banyarwanda, but they still want to consider themselves Banyarwanda, irrespective of these boundaries. And they are seeking to have a solution to their problem regionally, which colonialism and the current political system has not provided. The third and last factor of political economic importance in this region is a nuisance variable. These are the minerals and natural resources that are found in this area. They create a nuisance variable because they attract dissent and finance conflict. They have financed conflict at state level. They have financed conflict at non-state actor level. They finance conflict at chiefdoms, and they finance conflict at personal levels. The net effect of this political economy is a region full of insecurities. And the diplomatic blunder has been to define insecurity in the most traditional and unacceptable way as an attack of one country by another. That traditional approach to security, which has been held by the diplomatic circle, has failed to address the insecurity concern. I must say it is very traditional and unacceptable. Security these days is looked at as a human insecurity. Insecurity as a human body. We are economically insecure. We are socially insecure. We are politically insecure. But the efforts to address insecurity in the Great Lakes region only looks at if state A has not attacked state B, then everything is okay. This is where the diplomacy comes on trial. I must admit with my colleagues that a lot of diplomatic efforts have been done starting in the 1967 to address the challenge in the Great Lakes region. But I must also note, and academically, that international relations are shaped by national relations. When your national relations are lacking, you are leading a country where there are no decisions are guaranteed, where no participation is known, where no everything is at mess. You can't start thinking of addressing it at international level. My recommendation, one, that the conflict in the Great Lakes region should not be addressed by the current status of DRC versus Rwanda. By doing so, we are doing another mistake. This is a very big and interrelated conflict, originating naturally because we are living in an intercaspian region, a region of shared resources. We need to attack the nuisance variable. How are resources shared within the Great Lakes region? And until that question is ably attacked, the conflict shall remain. Chair, the diplomatic efforts taken to address the conflict have failed because of the nuisance variables. Countries have gone, there is actually a security dilemma. When countries go to seek security, they end up creating insecurity in the region. Uganda is in DRC for security, Rwanda is DRC for security, Burundi is in DRC for security, the effect is insecurity. This is what we call a security dilemma. Because these countries have failed to address their own internal relations, and the communities have not agreed to divide themselves. They have remained living together. When I attended the Mbaru celebrations in Mbale, I met a very big delegation coming from Kenya to participate, showing the regionalization of this area. My last recommendation, therefore, is that countries should sit down and solve their internal relations. The Democratic Republic of Congo challenge shall not be solved by the UN. In fact, when the UN went there, they resorted to human resources. The people of the Democratic Republic of Congo must sit and address their internal problems if we are to experience peace and security in this area, and avoid nasty instances of decitizenization of our people that resulted in 2 genocides now that have taken place in the Great Lakes region. Chairperson and members, I wish to rest my case, and I thank you.
Before I rest, you said the people of Congo should sit again, like the previous person said they should sit. Even if they sat, what about the regional dimension? Let me put it this way clearly. I know that, or we know that in Democratic Republic of Congo, there has been poor governance since they got independence in 1960. And until recently, even after Mobutu, there were pockets of instability in most of Congo. But the most persistent challenge of civil war has been in North Kivu. Why is it that there is poor governance in the rest of Congo, but the most persistent for the last 30 years has been in North-South Kivu? But it's not in the whole of Kivu, but North-South Kivu. What is it that is unique in North-South Kivu, in the region of Rishuru, Nyiragongo, Masisi, and Warakere? What is unique there that we should start with?
Chair and members, the insecurity in the Democratic Republic of Congo is human insecurity. Nobody is bothered how many children go to school in the Democratic Republic of Congo especially the Chief region. Nobody is concerned about how many kilometers of roads exist in the North Chief region. Nobody is concerned about the hospitals that exist in the Great Lakes region. Nobody is concerned about anybody in the Great Lakes region apart from the minerals and other natural resources that exist there. Until the world comes up to address the human insecurity in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the way President Museveni did and was castigated by ignorant people when he said, let us build a road in the Great Lakes region.
Thank you.
Let us create access. Let us liberate the human person in the Great Lakes region for broader security in the Inter-Caspian region. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for your insights.